The average quarterly business review takes around 6 to 10 hours just for one account. This is mainly because of the architecture. Your data lives in a bunch of different sources, and there's no simple, easy way to ask questions or gain insights across all of them. I'm going to show you with Querri how to do exactly that and simplify this process down to about 10 minutes. Now that our data is initialized, we have all of our different data sets right here, and then it gives us a little summary saying that we have 23 different active accounts, a bunch of different snapshots, tickets, statuses, all for different accounts. Now for this, I just want to focus on one account so we're able to generate that presentation for our customer, because here we're focusing on customer success. So today we're going to be focusing on Acme Manufacturing. So I'm going to tell Querri to show me usage trends, open support, tickets, last engagement, rate and renewal date for Acme Manufacturing. Include monthly active users for the last 6 months, total tickets and resolved, and the current contracted value. We'll let Querri work on that. So now Querri has given us a nice overview. We can see our monthly active users. We can see pretty much a big dip towards the end of Q4, start of Q1, and then we start to stabilize again. I want to look into that, kind of see what the issue was there and make sure it doesn't happen again for our customer Acme. We can also see that it's telling us right here that we're in recovery. There's currently 0 open support tickets, and Querri's telling us that we have a positive trajectory, but we need to discuss it a little bit more. I want to look into the current quarter a bit more compared to last quarter, and also look into that dip. So I'm going to tell Querri to compare this quarter's usage with last quarter for Acme. I'll tell it to show the percentage change in monthly active users, support, ticket, volume, and feature adoption. I'm also going to tell it to highlight any changes over 20% to get any outliers, and also to look at the dip for us. So Querri's looked into this for us, and essentially what it looks like is we're having a rough start to the Q1. Our support tickets are way up, and now we have our new data sets that compare them all, and Querri looks at them and shows monthly active users is down, our support ticket volume is down, core and advanced feature adoption both down, all over essentially 24%, which is not good. So I want Querri to look more into these and give me some visuals so I can really understand what's going on. So I'm going to just ask, I'm going to say, can you look a bit more into each of these issues and generate visuals for them? And then we'll let Querri do a quick analysis and come back and see what it says. Now Querri has looked a bit more into it. We see right here, so we can look again at our active user decline. See it declines right in that January, February area before coming back up and stabilizing. Now, what's interesting is we can look at our support ticket surge, essentially how in Q1 we have so many more support tickets than in Q4, all right through here. So showing that there's been some bugs, almost more errors. We can look at our core feature adoption right around the same time. It's declining before stabilizing. And now right here, we can look at our advanced feature adoption. This has the biggest drop right around the same area, a little bit carrying over to March before finally stabilizing to where we are right now. See how it started a little bit before Q1 2026 right here. And now if we look at Querri's summary, we can see that it appears to be a common event across all 4. What it's saying is likely holiday disruption plus plant migration impact. So it seems when we did that migration, we had a couple errors that took a little while to resolve, which negatively impacted our customers. So I'm going to ask Querri, I'm going to say, I'm going to see if my analysis is correct. I'm going to say, so it seems that during the plant, we had an error/errors caused these problems, and now we are getting to stabilize. So, and then I'm going to ask it, if so, look into what might be the cause. So here we can scroll down to Querri's analysis, and it's going to tell us, yes, the analysis was right. The plant migration was what drove the decline, and now Acme is stabilizing. If we look right here, we can see our recovery adoption charts right here, the migration timeline charts. So right here, this is our users, and then right here is the migration and the big dip before we start stabilizing. And right here, we can look at the support tickets and get a root cause analysis. We can see that during the period that we were having all these issues, a lot of them were data issues and bugs, not necessarily how-tos or any feature requests. So it seems that now that we fixed those, Acme is starting to stabilize. So for quarterly business reviews, it's good to have nice presentations that you can show to leaders, and a better way to just summarize all this data together. And we can do that with Querri by creating a Querri wrap. So I'm going to tell Querri to create a wrapped presentation for Acme's QBR. Include the incident we just looked at, as well as an executive summary, key health metrics, a usage trend section with month-over-month charts, a support summary with ticket volume and resolution trends, and a renewal outlook slide with contract details and risk flags, just so we make sure we get everything leadership might want in that quarterly presentation. So now we have our Querri wrapped. It's a relatively new feature, but it's really cool for creating nice executive presentations. So as this loads, we can see it right here. We can go through our insights. We can see our account health overview showing strong recovery right now. We can look at our migration incident timeline, essentially our baseline, how it begins, the critical drop from 9 users to 41 users, their recovery phase, and how we're currently stable. We can look at our baselines, Q4 or Q1, and then we can also look at our usage chart right here, highlighting that issue. The feature chart one isn't working, but I'll show you that we can actually go into refine, and we can refine this to get this to fix. And it even gives you a summary while it doesn't work. We can see our support ticket surge during the migration, the renewal outlook, opportunities, recommendations, key takeaways, the ability to schedule a meeting. So we can exit this. We can go into refine right here, and if you wanted to, you would go to that one slide, and you could simply tell Querri to fix the issue with this chart, right? You can also, once the issue is fixed, or if you don't want the chart, you can also download the presentation as a PowerPoint that you can edit, which is nice because then you can add whatever you want to it. So you can simply do that. You'll export your slides. And that's really just how to take something that can take a full workday to get done just for a single account and do it in around 10 minutes with the power of Querri. Thanks for watching.